Hi, I'm Ian Gallagher, a producer of pop, hip-hop, and house, and a trainer at warpacademy.com, the new spot for all your Ableton Live learning needs. If you head there right now, you can grab a bunch of free stuff in the vault area, including the Trance presets that I'm about to show you, which come from a new creation of mine called Trance Operator Elements. In this free download, there are bass sounds, pads, pluck leads, and gated leads. For the remainder of this video, let's look at how I went about making this instrument rack. Let's start with a fresh instance of Operator. And the first thing we'll do is set the algorithm so that no frequency modulation is happening. Then let's set oscillators 1 and 2 to saws. And we'll set oscillator 3 to white noise. I'm going to crank this one. Put this one at like -10 or so. Okay, let's put the course of oscillator 1 at 0.5. Good. And now I want to add a little bit of vibrato to these oscillators. Currently they sound like that. Let's turn that down. When I turn on the LFO, we're going to hear that this is way too much. So let's lower the amount quite a bit. Maybe around 2.5. And the rate, let's turn that up. Much more subtle. Definitely feel free to adjust this amount if you want more. Okay, now let's crank the spread quite a bit, but not all the way. Nice, so our sound's getting wider. And now let's set the filter around 3 kilohertz so we can adjust the envelope until it's sounding good. I'm going to put the attack pretty quick, but just a little slower. Speed up the decay. Put it around 60%. So it's not a super heavy filter effect, but this is pretty important. Next, let's add reverb and delay. The thing is, though, I want them to work in parallel, so let's add an audio effect rack. We'll create the reverb chain first, and then the simple delay chain. All right, on the reverb, I'm going to turn the quality to high, turn off the high cut, and turn on low cut. Crank the decay time quite a bit. And the reflections as well. I really like reflections a lot. Okay, and that's it. And on the delay chain, let's just add some feedback. Last thing to sweeten up this sound is some EQ. Let's go to EQ 8. Add a little bit of high pass. Turn off what we don't need. And let's crank the high shelf for now to make it really bright. So we have the basic timbre of our patch right now, but we need to give it that rhythmic shuffle, which is really typical of trance groups. Let's go to our MIDI effects, and I'm going to add 2 instances of arpeggiator before operator. I'm going to set both of these to chord trigger. And on the first arpeggiator, I'm going to set the rate to half, in other words, half a bar. And on the second one, I'm going to set the rate to 16th notes. Let's hear how that sounds. You can get some really cool rhythms by chaining arpeggiators together like this. All right, we're almost there, but I want to get a little bit more funk into this, so I'm going to add a beat repeat down here after the EQ. So let's go back to our audio effects. Beat repeat. And I'm going to tell it to capture sound every quarter note. And I want to make the size of the repeats pretty fast eighth notes. Okay, and now the final key step here. Let's go to the offset and shift that up by 3/16 notes. And now if we run the transport, you'll hear it with the metronome on now, we're going to get a pretty cool pattern. All right, now let's group everything that we just did into an instrument rack. So let's select everything, right or control click, and choose group. And we're done. Don't forget to head over to the vault at warpacademy.com to download all these presets for free. Till next time, Ian Gallagher signing off. Peace.